My name is Zack. I'm the sales manager here at Amsco Windows. At this current facility, we manufacture vinyl and composite windows. We started as an aluminum awning company at Cool Breeze. We were founded by Philip Rasmussen back in 1949. So this year we're actually celebrating our 65th year anniversary. During those early days, we had a number of our customers ask us, well, can you get into aluminum products? And Phil was able to take the company into another direction, and that's how we got into the window manufacturing. And from that stage, we went into the late 80s, and we were one of the first people to bring on vinyl windows. So in '87, we started to build the Amsco vinyl products. We currently do vinyl and composite windows. And this facility here is 535,000 square feet. We employ 350 employees. We work 2 shifts, 5 days a week, so our guys are busy all the time. And we service the country out of here. So we have one manufacturing facility, all done here in Utah. We also go to other countries. We go to South Korea, we ship to Australia, we ship to Canada and Mexico. So everything's done under one roof. I myself have been here for 15 years, and there's a number of employees that have put in 20 plus years here. And we pride ourselves in that because that says something about the organization and the people that you work for. And along with that, we're able to improve our process. We don't have a lot of the turnovers that other companies or organizations might have to deal with. And that helps in the end result by putting out a quality product to the consumer. So in the last 15 years, custom windows have really driven the market. And that's evident when you go around Salt Lake Valley and you're driving around the houses. You can see the different colors, the different options in the grids. All those things have an effect on the manufacturing side of it. So probably in the early 2000s, we stopped making mass amounts of stock and really just went to that customization for a homeowner. So as the markets that we service grew, it was pretty simple for us to forecast what kind of products we'd need. Everyone wanted the same type of product. And so we had stacks and stacks. We had anywhere from 40,000 windows on the production floor that were completed, ready to be pulled from. So our customers would come up to our docks and they could will call those products and we'd have them same day ready. But it's been a different environment now. So the homeowners no longer just take what's available. They want what they want. And so we've kind of adapted to that as well, so that a homeowner can really pinpoint what kind of details they want. So some of the things they're looking for are color options. 20 years ago, you had 2 different options. You had a white and you had maybe an almond or some sort of tan color. Now we offer 7 different colors. You can do white, almond, taupe. You also have a bronze, green, red, and a new silver that's out. So homeowners will look at that. They'll also look at the different shapes. Amsco can manufacture pretty much any shape that you can come up with. There are some size limitations, obviously, for safety. But for the most part, you can choose what kind of grids you want, what color you want those, and what kind of locking systems you would like. And it allows them to really pinpoint what kind of details they want and gives them a lot of flexibility. Since we work with so many different markets and so many different wants and needs, we've really tried to develop our product line so that it fits a need that anyone might have. So sometimes we're dealing with multifamily structures, sometimes we're dealing with a 100-year-old home where they're doing a remodel in it. And what those 2 customers want can be completely different. So we have to make sure that we can satisfy both those needs. So this is our new Vista line that we just launched. So it came out now in 2014. And the reason we brought this product on is we really wanted to try and capture more of that multifamily market, whether it's apartments, condominiums, those type of things, as well as the new construction market. So the window you see here, it's actually completely new construction. It's not a retrofit remodel product. It's only going to be used in the new construction phases. Some of the cool things we did with it, though, is we really wanted to maximize the amount of viewing space you had with the product. And what I mean by that is we want to give the homeowner as much visual looking out of it as they possibly can get. So in a lot of climates we've noticed, for instance, California is a good example. They really, really want the smallest amount of vinyl that they can see in their home with the most amount of glass so they can look outside and capture their views from the exterior. So the lock option that's available on the Vista window is a time-tested Camlock. We've used this product and always tend to come back to it and offer it at some level on the different product lines. Consumers really like it. It's simple, and it's like I said, it's time tested. It's very durable. So this is our studio window. This is what we make the most of right now. A couple of the cool benefits and features that we have on this product. You have 2 pull rails. A lot of people don't even know that there's a pull rail available, but if you're reaching over a kitchen sink and you've got to open or shut your window, that second pull rail is really handy. So that's included in this product. The product actually has 2 lock options. You can do a Camlock or a positive action lock. With this, you also can have equal sight lines, different grid options. You can really dress it up as much as you want. The equal sight line is what this product has here. As you can tell that from this piece of glass to the next piece of glass, you've got the same visual all the way around. That is actually one of the things in the daybreak communities that they require, as well as a sculptured grid, which you can see here. It's got some detail to it instead of just a flat piece. So on the studio window, you have the option to have an equal sight line or not to have an equal sight line. This product that we're looking at right here doesn't have an equal sight line. And what that means is that this piece of vinyl doesn't run all the way up. So as it's closed, you can see that the glass is bigger on the top section than it is on the operable section. But you do have that option if you wanted to add that in. A lot of homeowners, once they point that out to them, it is kind of a big deal because it looks a lot more clean when you add that through. The other option is this is the positive action lock. So you can have a Camlock on here, or you can have the positive action lock because once it's open, you shut it, it engages itself. So this is our artisan window. It's the upper end vinyl product. What you're looking at here, there's 2 differences here. You've got the retro fin, which is used for remodels. And you're also looking at a green color cap. So it's different than a paint option because it has a lifetime finish on it for one. It's thicker than any paint, and it's extruded into the vinyl. So the interior of this product is actually white, but you can get this line in a green, a red, a bronze, or even a silver now. So that's one thing that sets Amsco apart because a lot of companies aren't doing that. But it really, we brought it on because homeowners were requesting it. They wanted different options, different colors for their homes and their designs. We also have the different options of grids. With each series, they have their own grid option. So what we're looking at here is you've got a sculptured grid on the interior section of your glass. Right? So in between your 2 panels of glass, you've got that grid. You also have the option for an SDL. Now SDL stands for Simulated Divided Light. And really, some homeowners really like that because it looks like the older windows 100 years ago when each section was its own piece of glass. So manufacturers have come up with that ability to simulate that and make it have that same appearance. So on the back side of the window here, you get a look at the Century lock. Now this lock is a proprietary lock to the artisan window. So it's a positive action lock. The one thing you notice is when it's open, you see a red line on the inside of it. And that red line is designed to tell you it's not engaged. So sometimes you'll shut your window with the positive action lock and you think you've engaged that lock, but the red line will actually indicate you haven't engaged it yet. You still got to go back there and make sure it's engaged. The red line goes away. So that's one of the features on this product. You also can get a Camlock, and so it's up to the homeowners, their choice, what they like there. It comes standard with the equal sight lines. So as you see from one section to the other, it's built in that way. So it's an upgraded product. So this window has the SDL option. And this is a cool feature that the homeowners can choose to add. Now when I say SDL, that means a simulated divided light. So 100 years ago when you're looking at a window, each piece was its own piece of glass. Well, that gets pretty cumbersome in the manufacturing side of it. So what they've done is they've come out with this SDL product that gives the appearance of each piece being its own individual piece of glass, and yet the whole piece is one. This is another one of the features that our windows come with. You get a fold down crank handle for your casements. So as a casement window actually opens to the side, and then your handle shuts down. That's nice because if you have shutters or blinds or something like that, it doesn't stick out and get in the way. So this is our composite window, known as the Renaissance window. Composite is anything that's not a wood, vinyl, or aluminum. Okay, so if you were to cut this window in half, you would see that it's full all the way through. It doesn't have hollow chambers inside of it. And what that does is it gives you a great insulation value. So that helps with your energy efficiency as well. On this product, you have all the options that are available here. You can do grids inside the glass, you can do the simulated divided look like we have right here, as well as all the different low E's and options that are there too. It also comes with an optional wood interior. You don't have to have it, but a lot of consumers, they like that, have that pine interior. It really gives it that look as a wood window. The nice thing with it though on the exterior is it doesn't rot, it doesn't swell, it doesn't chip. You don't have to maintain it like you would a natural wood product in this environment, especially in our Utah with the hot and the cold. So this has been a real good surprise for us, and we launched this about 8 years ago, and it just keeps improving each year. So here we are in part of our manufacturing facility. The facility here is set up in two different halves basically. So the one side receives all the raw glass material while the other side receives the vinyl extrusion. And then they kind of come together in the middle, and that's how we keep it separated in a nice even flow. This side over here is where we receive the glass and where it gets cut. The machinery is done on an optimization machine. So a homeowner may order 10 windows, for instance, and only one of them's cut out of that piece of glass, because what we try and do here is minimize the amount of waste that we put out. So the optimization machine will tell us how many pieces of glass we can cut in which configurations with the least amount of waste. So the machine does it itself. It'll cut it, and the gentleman at the end of the line will just snap it across. It slots it, and then it will meet up with the frames on the other side. The process after the glass is cut is it has to go through a washer. And the washer is important because it takes away any imperfections that might be on that glass before it's actually insulated. So when you talk about insulating glass, you're talking about taking two single pieces of glass and using our intercept spacer to adhere those two pieces together. So it goes through a washer, it gets insulated, it's heated up again so that it's really nice and tight and you have a nice seal. And then at that point, we can then marry it up with the frames. So when the frames come in, we cut those to meet what the consumers ordered. So the welding machines that we have here, we have a number of different welding machines. But the welder basically heat treats the vinyl to about 250 degrees. It'll weld it nice and tight, and then it sends it down the line to the machine that actually cleans the welds. So it's actually cutting away the excess material from the weld. And then at the end of the line, we actually have a quality control man who does that again to ensure that the product's nice and clean all the way through. So our production facility takes us 5 days to complete a window order. Now that's just manufacturing time. That doesn't include delivery times and wheel calls. But what that tells us though is within that Monday, let's say it goes in on a Monday, we're going to have that thing done on a Friday. Well, on that last day, both sections, all the sections that go into the window, whether it's glass and grids and locks and frames, everything's going to meet up in the middle of it, what we call the finalizing process. And that's what's behind me here. The gentlemen at the end of the finalizing line are also our QC. So they have the opportunity at this point to make sure the product is something that we feel comfortable with putting into the field, and then again that the homeowner is going to be happy with as well.